Just a few closing notes. I took it for granted the importance of having clean air. I just hear less than an hour and it's just awful. When I walk by people, it does seem like, I think everybody's dizzy. I mean, come on, everybody else has to be affected by this. Um, and there is some strange behavior among people here. Um, I can't really go into detail. Maybe I can write about it. I don't know. But yeah, I don't have the best impression. There's noise pollution, there's air pollution, the water isn't great. So there's quite a few things that are going against this city. I could see why it's not growing. I walked by a real estate agent's place. It said he's out of business forever. I think Windermere has got control of this whole place. But it's hard to find buyers, I think. What happened? There really aren't a lot of homes for sale. It's just, you got people are just sticking their grounds. People who maybe developed an immunity to all this air pollution. I tried in areas like San Diego or Portland, just didn't work out. Things just got worse and worse, and I struggled and I hated myself. This is a little depressing. I'll admit, I'm feeling a little depressed from this air, and you just don't smell it. I mean, every so often you might smell a little smoke stack here and there, but I feel partially drunk. I keep breathing it in. It's a drunkenness. It kind of lowers your inhibitions, and that's okay. That's why I feel like people are acting a little strange. The inhibitions feel reduced. Okay. Okay, alright. Some overweight guy just started crossing the street towards me, and we were the only two on the street with invisibility, and he's asked me how I was doing. I told him I don't smoke, and he's like, I wasn't asking you for one. And then another guy with a dog, lady with a dog, she was just staring at me kind of weird. She's older, whatever. And then an older guy walked by, he's just with this dog. His dog looked at me like it wanted to bite me and started running at me. And he started telling me, oh, it's friendly, but I mean, I could see it. I looked into that dog's eyes, and it was quiet, it didn't bark, it just started lunging at me. And it looked like a friendlier, one of your Labrador Retriever types, but it looked out of it. Let's say the dog looked out of it, the man, he had a weird speech pattern. Everybody's friendly, but I think everybody's dizzy. Not a great situation to be in. But if you can endure it, what the hell? I mean, if you smoke already, this may be what you want. You just add to the smoking. Maybe you won't smoke as much because you're taking in these pollutants. Whatever. I can't stand it. Let's say Oak Harbor. I did not notice any dizziness, as busy as the street was. But it's not as busy here, but it's more polluted. It's just terrible. Sorry to give a bad review, but that's how it feels right now. It's my first impression. I'm just gonna go with that. Go with the gut feeling. Coupeville has a cute little library right over here. And what's surprising to me is there's a farmer's market that they have in the spring, summer, and fall. Not right now, May through October or something. Yeah, it's right next to the library. So that's Coupeville. So Coupeville actually has a free boat launch spot right here, which is kind of interesting. Maybe they don't get a lot of business in the summer. You see that you have to pay at Washington Park next to Anacortes, $8 a day. Everywhere else it costs money. They really don't have a marina here though. It's just, I think you have to park out in the water. Or if you wanted to fish for the day, you just park your vehicle in this little park and then launch it for free. It's next to the wastewater treatment plant. So it's pretty tiny too. I don't even know if you're allowed to keep your vehicle parked on the in the park area, or maybe they just get that few amount of people out here. Yeah, it looks like a little known boat docking area. If I had a boat, definitely I'd be interested, but yeah, I don't have that. Yeah, they have some experiments going on that they are advertising at their treatment plants. They're trying to filter their poop through the tree roots. That's supposed to help. I wonder if I can see how clear, you see how clear that water is. That's just amazing. You can see right through. It's just a huge beach area. You could just, all the houses are just built right up alongside the beach, and you could just swim right after a meal. Coupeville. Coupeville. It's hard for me to say what to think about it exactly. I think it's polluted. I'm dizzy. It's strange. There's a lot of noise pollution. There's a lot of air pollution. The water looks good, but the water did taste a little weird too. Well, one thing that I always hated when I was in San Diego and other major cities, LA, Portland, is that I got dizzy. And it was just the air pollution that was doing it. Every day, every time I got closer into the city, it got worse. Got further away, it got better. But this area is it's just terrible. Seems safe. It's got a great safe atmosphere to it. But yeah, it's got an air quality that's much to be desired. So you really got to think about that. No, where am I again? This is Coupeville, and I just came from another city where they had the Navy base. Trying to remember. Oak Harbor, okay. Oak Harbor's fighting for those Navy planes to stay. I don't think that Coupeville is so much. I think that they would probably be happy to see the Navy planes go. They're on the other, they're probably like a mile away or two, a mile or two, 3 away. Across the bay, across water. You can't see the Navy base from Coupeville, but you can definitely hear them. And they launch a lot more than I thought. I heard them, maybe once every hour in Oak Harbor, but in Coupeville, they're going off a lot. Maybe it's a special training exercise today. I don't know what it would entail, but yeah, Coupeville is just got a terrible pollution. I'm dizzy from it. That's usually a strong indicator to me that it's no good. They got $500,000 homes here, a lot of open real estate to buy. if you could get rid of the pollution, this would be a great spot. But I think that pollution, whatever it is, that air stagnation is a deal killer for me. Like I can invest in real estate. But yeah, I hate being dizzy, and it's like I'm not tripping over myself. It's a numbness. There's something about being numb that is annoying. I'm swallowing this something in the air that's causing a numbness, which is contributing to a dizziness, and I'm afraid I might make accidents, like on a bicycle or something. Just not respond fast enough. And that's the air quality here. It started as soon as I got here, and it hasn't let up, and I've walked all around, so there's really no great way to get relief from it without leaving the city. I still plan on staying here just to hang out at the library. But gosh, I'm at a highway, but I mean, before I even reached the highway, I was walking through neighborhoods. I just didn't want to talk in the neighborhood. So it could be a great tourist destination in Coupeville, but there's just too much pollution for some weird reason. I have multiple chemical sensitivity. Yeah, it's hard to breathe. It's not only making me dizzy, it's hard to breathe in. But if you have difficulties with your heart or anything, you may want to stay away. I'll tell you, in comparison, north of Bellingham is great. Let's see, just the whole northwest region is great. East of the mountains is bad in a different way. That affected my brain. This stuff doesn't really affect my brain as much as like my heart and my body. Just numbs it, slows it down, makes things feel terrible. It's a neat setup. I mean, if this isn't a clean area, it'd be really neat, but it's not. I don't know. I just wonder how much the military has to do with it. This place is supposed to be in competition with Seattle, but Seattle won. I have to wonder how polluted Seattle feels. Probably not very good either. I was really impressed with the awesome air quality in Bellingham. Even within the city, it felt great. But within this kind of small town, it's just terrible. Yeah.